Okay, so I think we have a good number of participants over here. So we can start our orientation program of digital forensics. Okay. So, okay, so my name is Saqib Iqbal, and I take care of forensics business, forensic investigation, forensic vertical, and cyber vector intelligence. I'm an executive director. And we have a good team over here to take care of forensic work. Okay. So, so this is a very unique branch of cyber. Uh, you have uh, you can mute yourself. Whoever is speaking, Rajiv Kumar. You can mute yourself. Archana Kumari, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So yeah. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, mhm. So digital forensics. So digital forensics, as a forensic word comes, forensic means detection of any crime happened, okay, by using some techniques. But when the digital forensics involves, it means digital techniques involved on digital electronic appliances, for example, computers. So it's a technique uh, that follows process involves uh, isolation, preservation, analysis, analysis, and conclusion of a okay any digital device whenever a crime happened. So to establish how the crime happened and what is the modus operandi means what techniques involved in that crime, the whole process to examine to examine the computer, to examine the evidence, and to establish a conclusion. That complete process, the techniques involved on in that process is called digital forensics. Okay, so it involves I, whenever a digital forensics word used, it involves a word called exhibit. Exhibit is any digital device that comes into uh, that comes into prosecution or crime involvement. Okay, crime involvement. So exhibit, it could be a pen drive, it could be a pen drive, it could be a mobile phone, it could be a memory card, it could be a laptop, it could be a desktop machine, desktop computer, it could be a cloud based data, it could be a server, it could be your iPad, it could be your Instagram data, Instagram data. It could be your Snapchat data. It could be your SMS, WhatsApp attachment. WhatsApp messages. Okay, WhatsApp messages, and of course your Gmail data. Whenever a data involves it, it comprises of everything. Whether it could be attachments, it could be uh, thread messages, it could be your Google Drive data, it could be your photos, videos, whatever. Okay, so let's build a scenario that uh, you have sent a WhatsApp voice record to your friend to threaten him or threaten her. Okay, or you receive WhatsApp message or Instagram message that somebody tried to defame you, or somebody trying to install a malware into your system to compromise your device. And once you click on that thing, the whole system got compromised, your phone got compromised, your laptop got compromised. Now, what will you do? You approach to your nearest cyber police station and you have to tell the whole scenario that this happened. So, what happened?
So,
What
hello.
happened? Hello, yes?
सर लाइक बेसिकली डिजिटल फोरेंसिक्स में से जो डाटा को एक्सट्रैक्शन ही है ना, बेसिकली एक मेन जो इसका प्रोसीजर है कि हाउ विटनेसेस एंड डाटा की हिस्ट्री वगैरह जो
In in
करते हैं.
in the whole process, data extraction is one of the step. It is
ओके.
one of the step.
ये
It is not
सर जो
only data extraction. It is one of the
मालवेयर
step.
एनालिसिस जो है सर वो इसी के अंडर आता है डिजिटल फोरेंसिक्स के अंदर.
If
मालवेयर
yes,
एनालिसिस जो
yes,
है.
yes. Okay, okay. So let's say your phone got compromised, your laptop got compromised. Somebody taken the credentials of your account and control your Gmail, control your Instagram. Okay, or Facebook, whatever. So once you approach to the cyber station, what will they do? They will isolate your device. Okay. They will do first of all isolation. They completely destroys all the electromagnetic signals coming to and fro on the device. Okay. So that no alteration can be done. Okay. Then they will preserve your device. Okay. Then they put your device into uh, preservation. It means putting device into your, you say, RF radio frequency boxes or radio frequency isolation bags, and then they do acquisition, data acquisition. It means to acquire the data to make forensic image. In this session, I'm going to give you an overview. What will you gain in cyber vector intelligence? What will you gain in cyber forensics, and how it helps to shape up your career? Okay, so in your tenure with CVI and the internship program, you're going to learn about the hands-on, how to do acquisition, how to preserve the exhibits. Remember, whenever I say exhibits, it involves any digital device, any digital device. It could be mobile phone, anything. Okay, so there are some words that are oriented with forensics only. So exhibits, when I say exhibits, it means computer and digital device. Okay, so you're going to learn about hands-on how to do forensic imaging and how to do forensic cloning. Okay, how to do forensic cloning. So this is the third step, forensic acquisition. Here, whatever is in your computer, whatever is in your mobile phone, whether it is deleted or whether it is intention related, or you flushed out your data to release your memory. Okay, everything comes into forensic imaging, whether it is deleted, it is formatted, anything. Okay, in terms of laptop, desktop, if you deleted your data 5 years back, it will come out as it is. Okay, we will learn about the science behind it, how when we delete our data, why it is not deleted, and what are the challenges to recover the data. Okay, the related data, the formatted data. Okay. So forensic cloning, forensic imaging. We also learn about forensic wiping. So this is forensic wiping is again a special a process in which we wipe out the data so that nobody can extract it. Okay. And then there is a process called analysis. As the word suggests, analysis analysis means what's your scope of investigation. Suppose you have a laptop and I want to dig out the data related with photos. I want to dig out the data related with images. Okay, so my scope of work to look out for images. Okay, so my analysis is to target the images also, images only. So what I do a processing of forensic image. We are going to learn different type of image. Forensic images are going in the as per industry standards. Okay, so the current standard is E01. This is the extension of forensic image. For example, you have a document. So what's your extension of MS Word document? .doc.docx. You have a PDF. The extension is .pdf. So similarly, for forensic image, you have extension .e01. It means E stands for expert witness. Okay, and one is the version number. There is another extension for cloning is .raw. So you're going to learn about raw cloning. So we have also learned about what is the difference between forensic cloning and forensic imaging, and what is required at what time, at what scenarios, what thing is required. Okay. And then after analysis, there is a presentation or conclusion. It means you are making a reporting. So in the whole world, there is a framework of digital forensics under which all process governs, whether it is India, whether it is US, whether it is Europe, whether it could be Australia. First of all, any exhibit comes into isolation and then goes into preservation and then goes into acquisition and then goes into analysis and then final step is conclusion. Okay. So this is the framework of digital forensics. This is the framework, actual framework. Okay. But digital forensics is not limited to digital devices, not limited to mobile phones, not limited to your hardware devices, uh, but it also involves your assistant systems. For example, Alexa. For example, Siri. For example, your car have infotainment system which stores your navigation paths. Suppose you are traveling day to day from your home to your college, your university, and if you are driving by car, then you have a set path that your GPS told you. Okay, so that part is stored in your infotainment system, and it has a onboard storage, onboard flash storages. And okay, when I say the word flash storages, so it's a very interesting thing you are going to learn about damaged media storage, damaged media forensics. We are going to take also this thing at the last, where it's a very niche branch of forensics and very much, you know, a respectable component in industry. Okay. So here we're going to learn about flash storages, about damage, HDDs, SSDs, etc. Okay. And also, we are going to learn about the challenges involved in digital forensics. You cannot recover each and every data, but somehow you can recover some fragments of data. So there are challenges related with storage controllers, storage protocols. Okay. Nowadays, a new term you are going to see in the market is NVMEs. Has anyone heard about it? NVMEs?
Yes,
Yes,
yes. It
sir.
is type of SSD, new type of
Ah,
materials.
yes. Good. So SSD is the solid state drive. It has a memory cell inside it, and the technology that control that memory cell to hold the data is called NVMe. Okay, so it's uh, what I say is non-volatile memory express, and the protocol is X4. It means all the bits that travels to and fro from storage to computer is in the 4 lanes. Okay, there are cheaper SSDs also, which are 2 lanes. Okay, and we are also going to learn about memory cells, single level cell, and multi-level cell, and quad level cell. So it's again a very niche technology and involves flash storages. So this is the very last of the of the whatever you learn. This is on the last stages. It's very new in the Indian market and very interesting thing. Now, for what I say, whatever you learn, it should be mapped to your career. Okay, so why do we learn digital forensics? What is the need of digital forensics as a fresher, as a working professional? uh, if I'm not in cyber forensics or digital forensics, then why should we learn digital forensics? So okay, uh, let me start from private sector. Private companies, all the Fortune 500 companies. You know about Fortune 500 companies? Any idea? Okay. So all the Fortune 500 companies, which are like Vedanta and SCL and Dabur, uh,
तो फॉर्च्यून
Microsoft.
500 कंपनीज कौन सी सर जो मतलब ब्रांड है जो टॉप 5
Yes,
टॉप
जो टॉप 500 इंडेक्स के अंदर फॉल करती हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ बिजनेसेस, इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैपिटल. ओके.
मतलब
So
टोटल रेवेन्यू के
yes. All the meta companies in India. The Fortune 500 is an Indian index. They have their own in-house forensic lab. Why do they have? Because it involves a government thing. Whenever a cyber attack happen and a cyber crime happen, then police involves. Then why do we have? Because uh, why they have in-house forensic? Because there are internal threats also. For example, any employee deletes data. Okay, then to understand how data is deleted in presence of endpoint protection, it is possible to delete the data. Okay, by booting the system into their own environment. Okay, how the data is deleted and what data is deleted, and including timestamp when it is deleted. So timestamps are the important factor of digital forensics. That at what date, what time, which user has deleted, yeah, the data. Suppose there is no endpoint protection involved, then who logged in, which file is opened, and whether it is printed out or uploaded. Okay, so in-house investigators, they knows whenever an incident happen in inside organization, then how it has been done and what damage has been done to make out an assessment of it. They want forensic labs, and forensic labs include this is the later stage. Forensic lab, it includes a lot of high processing computers, forensic duplicators, forensic imagers, and analysis software. This is the very different thing we are going to learn in our tenure. Okay. Now let's come out to in public sector. So, okay, once more in private sector, not only in-house forensics lab, but big four companies, like
So
Deloitte,
FANG.
KPMG, okay, and PwC and EY, and after that BDO and so on, JP Morgan, okay, they are they have a services vertical by the name of Financial Fraud Center. They all have. This is a very generic term, and each company have their own respective term. Financial Fraud Center, in which they provide services to outside world, because Deloitte, KPMG, they all are not IT companies. They are taxation and accounting firms. Okay. So whenever a taxation and accounting comes, nowadays, what we use for accounting, what we use to manage our books, companies use laptops, softwares, Excels, tally data, and all the data is stored in computers. So that's why they have a financial fraud center in which they provide services to outside world. Okay. Whenever, let's say, Maruti Suzuki have some cyber crime happened, okay, related to financial fraud, okay, somebody in accounts department have stolen some money, and the entry is not matching with the bank statements. Okay, entry is clean, the book entries are clean, and the bank statements, it is shown that somebody has withdrawn the amount. But how to withdraw the amount? Somebody has to initiate a request using authorized computers, authorized mobile phones. Okay, so now Maruti Suzuki called these companies, okay, to investigate how the crime has initiated and who is involved, and how it can be, what is the loophole that it can be done without the authorized person or without the involvement of management, upper management. So these companies have started financial fraud centers, but now new companies are come into place like Grant Thornton, and what I say, Accusory. These are companies who are now dealing with financial frauds. They are providing services. Okay. So, and each of these companies, they want financial and examiners, financial fraud examiners. Okay, financial fraud examiners. I'm not limiting the companies over here. I'm just taking you a reference. The companies are very enormous. More than 500 players are in the Asian markets who provide forensic services to private, to government. Okay, financial fraud examiners. They want resources who knows digital forensics, investigation techniques, who knows how to handle the hardware, software, and so it's very much in high demand. Okay, now comes into public sector. Public sectors like law enforcement, for example, income tax department. Income tax department is a very hot market for forensics because it involves taxation analysis, and that's why they want financial fraud examiners. Okay, so because whenever a mismatch occurs in taxation, whenever someone trying to hide the taxes, to evade the taxing, then they have to do some mishap on the digital device. So it could involve a mobile phone, because transactions are there, mobile phones, laptops, and cloud data. So income tax is a very big market in digital forensics. Then next comes ED, Enforcement Directorate. You heard about it? Enforcement Directorate. It
Yes,
involves
yes, sir.
money laundering. Okay. So as the word suggests, money laundering, converting cash into cash into bank transactions. So they basically look out for money laundering thing. Okay. So whenever this happens, then obviously mobile, laptop, cloud data involves. So they want financial fraud examiners, right? So and then comes police agencies. Agencies, whether it could be state level or it could be a central level. Okay. So whatever police agencies is there from Delhi, from UP, from Gujarat, Punjab, uh, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Jammu Kashmir, all the agencies, they have cyber forensic lab, cyber forensic lab, and they want financial fraud examiners. Okay, they want financial fraud examiners, and they want hardware and software. Okay, so they want constitutes of hardware, software, and forensic examiners. Okay, so again, it's a very hot market for jobs for newcomers, for experienced professionals. So we deal as a cyber vector intelligence. We deal in all of these industries. We are providing for cyber investigators to private sectors. Okay, we providing cyber examiners in public sectors. We are providing hardware, software, and solutions in labs, cyber forensic labs throughout India and in UAE market and in South Africa market. Okay, so we have offices in this region also, and currently we are doing cyber forensic, cyber security services in this region, and India is a homeland, so we have a good footprint across different PSUs with different government entities and private entities. Not only to this, there is Reserve Bank of India. They have a very vast cyber range of labs. Not only this, all banks, including private, including government, Canara Bank, Central Bank of India, State Bank of India, they have you already heard of SOC Center. They have, okay, to maintain the surveillance of transactions, the activities, what is going, and but they also have cyber investigation labs on big scale. So they want resources, they want hardware, softwares. So this is about what you learn and how do you map into the industry. This is about that thing. Now coming back to our what we are going to discuss, what we were discussing, it is not limited to digital forensics, not limited to your WhatsApp data, your emails, your Google cloud data. It also involves smart home appliances. Okay, because let's say you have a smart home appliances called this is a vacuum cleaner, and it's a robotic vacuum cleaner. You just feed your floor area the mapping of it, or it scans the mapping by itself, and it stores the data onto their onboard memory or on the cloud, and they start mopping down your floor. Okay, that data could be in the bad, it could goes into bad hands, could goes into cyber criminal hands. They come to know about nowadays Wi-Fi signals can scan the objects in the premises, and they can make an assessment that how what is the geometry of, what is the architecture of the house, of the office or the premise, and how humans interact with each other, the number of humans they have in the premises. The Wi-Fi signals can scan this. So similarly, they have a IR sensor, or smart home appliances. They have IR sensor. They can scan and penetrate through the walls and scan the objects by maintaining the interference. The waveforms goes penetrate the wall and they scan out the objects and they save the database into it that this is the hindrance, you have to avoid that place, so to avoid the collision. Okay, so when that data goes into into cloud into cloud data, and you accept the terms that that data can be shareable, then that data can goes into bad hands and your whole schematics of floors can be goes into open market. So this is how they collect data, because data is the new oil nowadays. How the LLM, how the OpenAI taking decisions by taking different numbers or different data set, different language sets. The more data it has, the better conclusion, the better result they can give it to. So smart home appliances is one of the most vulnerable thing developed nowadays. They can store your data and they can release your data when that data is vulnerable. Then attack can be happen very easily. Okay, so this also comes into place into investigation. Okay, so this is the memory stores into it. It's a flash storage. We directly connect this thing into computer and make the forensic image, and using Wi-Fi camera also. The similar thing is happened, but nowadays Wi-Fi camera have the onboard removable storage, memory card storage. So whenever a memory card goes into forensic imaging, a specialized hardware is involved. We are going to study that into our tenure. This is called forensic duplication, and it is done by forensic duplicator. Okay. So car infotainment system, your UPI transactions, it is stored in your mobile phones. Website cookie data, you all know. Whenever you visit a website, it scans your preferences, and for better viewing experience, it is said to you that they are collecting your data, but that data is goes into bad hands, and you could be vulnerable into cyber world. So let me tell you a case study from Jharkhand state about 2014 or 15. How this is required, why digital forensics is so much important, and it is not very much into market because it is need to be kept hidden from open world, because not if everybody comes to know about the investigation techniques, then criminals got educate themselves and they develop their more advanced modus operandi. So in Jharkhand state, around 2 crores of money has been dispensed without the use of pin codes, without the use of ATM cards. How it happened? This is the case summary. Money is debited from ATM machine using credentials, but not through legit cards. Okay, and there is no physical tampering. Nobody has done forceful thing on the ATM machine. Okay, it is kept going on from few months after the when the entries mismatch, that the amount has been debited from the account, but it is not has been withdrawn from legit person. Whenever these cases comes in abundance, then police comes into action, and the cyber investigation has been called upon. Okay, so this is the actual ATM machine, and there is a cassettes of currency in the bottom of this. So whenever the first examiner, whenever a forensic investigator visit the premises, they sealed the premises, and they come to know that there is no physical damage on the ATM machine. Means there is no physical theft. Okay, so so they sealed the computer. His ATM machine have the whole computer inside. It has a CPU cabinet, a data hard drive, and monitor, proper touch screen monitor, which you see on the screen. So they come to know that when they seize out the hard drive of the computer and they do forensic imaging, and after analysis, they come to know there is a malware residing in the computer, and it how it propagates into the system through administrator computer which is attached to that network, local network of ATM. and it downloads in the form of advertisement. And whenever a hash value is calculated of that malware and uploaded on the repository, one of the repositories is called VirusTotal. So it's a malware repository that contains the signatures. Okay. So VirusTotal tells that it's a rat malware, remote access Trojan. So it's actual a Trojan that resides into that ATM machines, and it is spreading a localized region of ATMs, not only single machine. So that computer is actually communicating to a IP, which is targeting to some localized region of Mumbai, Maharashtra. So this is how uh, the malware has been propagated, and how by using of forensic investigation techniques, and by also aiding some repository, they come to know about the malware thing. Okay. So next thing, one thing is they found which target machine. They found the target machine first. Later, they found how it is compromised by malware, and the later study after submitting the report is the malware analysis, that how it has been developed, and what are the embedded text is inside this. Okay. So after that, list investigation has been done, and the targeted CNC comes out from some Nalasopara region from Mumbai. So this is actual case study. Uh, so this is why we need digital forensics in our day to day life, and once we are got compromised or been attacked, then there is a need of digital forensics. So here on your screen, you can see that evidence. It could be in your browser history. It could be your logs. Okay. So one thing I have discussed over here is hash value. So do you know what is hash value?
Yeah, it converts the matter into unreadable language.
Okay. Anybody else?
So it's a type of encryption which can't be decrypted like any other algorithm.
So can you name one algorithm of hash value?
Uh, so
Like SHA-256.
Sir, it is MD 45
Yes,
or
MD5.
55, sir.
MD5.
MD5
Yeah.
and SHA-256.
SHA-1.
Good. Yeah, SHA-1. So it's actually SHA-128. Okay. So what is SHA? What's the full form of this?
So it's a name
secure
of
hashing
scientists that
algorithm.
three have
Hash algorithm.
created.
Yeah, good. It's secure hash algorithm. Okay, and MD is message digest. Okay. So there are some unique features of hash values, as you already know. It's a digital uh, digital value, and it is unique for any file, digital file, and respective to algorithm. Okay. So if I'm calculating any file using MD5, then if the file is not tampered, then every time the value comes out to be same. Okay. So that's why file integrity is most important thing in digital forensics. Okay. When we do forensic acquisition, we do forensic imaging and forensic cloning. So let's say forensic imaging, forensic image, let's say E01 it comes as a forensic image. Then what happens is it calculate the hash value and compare the hash value for source and destination. Means you are creating a forensic image of a computer that have a hard disk, and you are creating a hash value of the all complete hard disk. And let's say you have named the hash, the forensic image is like you have named like Lenovo PC.E01. This is the forensic image name. Then it okay. Let's say HDD is 500 GB in size. And let's put it in very simplified form. Let's say you have a laptop of HDD of 500 GB in size, and you make a forensic image by the name of this, and it comes out to be 280 GB in size. Okay. So what actually happened? Your data has a pattern. I'm going to give you some software, free softwares. When you install into your computer and your laptop, you're going to check that the pattern what your data is as you know ASCII values. ASCII values. Do you know ASCII values?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you're seeing in your hard disk in those software is data which is ASCII values with some zeros and then data. Okay. So this is the healthy structure of data in your computer whenever you see your data. So let me show you in one of the softwares which is globally recognized is FTK Imager. Okay. And this is just an overview in your complete tenure. You're going to learn it through step by step. Let's say I'm adding an evidence and I have contents. So let's say physical drive. Let's take a logical drive. And okay. So this is my physical drive, or secondary physical drive, which is a D drive. It's again a different SSD, and you see there are zeros, and this is the data. Okay, so these are the ASCII values. ASCII values is the American Standard Code of Information Interchange. It's a standard code in which whenever you press A, then instead of A, a corresponding value is stored in your hard drive, and it represents that A in your hard drive. So let's say this is your data. So don't get confused with these numbers. These are ASCII values of your data. And this data is somehow readable form, but it is mostly encoded, but not encrypted. Okay, so this is your data and FFFF. Okay. And this is again FF. This is not the data. This is the garbage value stored in your SSDs, nowadays SSDs, but not all SSDs, now new generation SSDs, in which a random number is stored in your SSDs by the factory. And once you format it, it is stored as it is in your SSD. But when you start using the SSD, storing data into SSD, these FFF goes into zero state. So this is the garbage data. So whenever you make a forensic image, okay, so all the garbage data is excluded. Only the actual data comes into place. Okay. So if your physical hard drive is 500 GB, your actual data is 280 GB. So rest of the zeros is removed. Okay. It's a complete different science you're going to study when we start your courses. Okay, forensic courses. So it is encoded. E01 is encoded. It is compressed. as I said, no zeros. So whenever a compression happens, or you do compression of any file, use if any file you using WinRAR software, any file you compressed it, then how the size got decrease from actual state. So whenever you see any file, let me show you again. So it's a very interesting practice. Evidence item, and let's say contents of a folder, and that's pictures. Okay, download. Okay, finish, and these are documents. Let's say I have a database file. Okay, so see, I am going to show you the structure of database file, how the structure of database file is stored into the hard drive. See, this is SQLite format. This is the extension of file. Okay, and then there are consecutive zeros from here to here. There are consecutive zeros, and these zeros, consecutive zeros. This is no data. It's a empty space. You see here dots. It's an empty space. Again, there are data. So this is the healthy structure of file. You see any PDF file, any JPG file, this is how the size decreases whenever you compress any image, any file. Then the zeros, consecutive zeros in that structure is removed. And how many zeros are removed? It's logged. It's the entry has been created. So whenever you decompress the file, again the zeros are added into its original state. Okay. So forensic image is encoded because it's E01, and it's like taking all the present data, taking all the deleted data, taking all the empty data. Empty data means data, but which is not live. Okay, let's say it is formatted. Okay, so we are going to study that science also, how the formatting does not delete the data, how you can recover the data into complete way after formatting your pen drive, your hard drive. Okay, it's encoded is compressed. Okay, and it is not temperable. It's non-tempered. You cannot temper the E01 file because it is encoded. Okay, so this is how forensic image helps to reduce the size, takes out all the data, and it's not temperable. So I'm talking about the hash values over here. So whenever I create a E01 file, after E01 file is created, its hash value is compared. What is the original hash value of the source drive, and what is the actual hash value of whatever image has been created. If the two matched accurately, perfectly, it means your file, whatever data is in your computer and whatever data you have in forensic image is same. So there is no tampering. Okay. Now that forensic image, you can do further processing, analysis, whatever you can do. So the very first stage is that you have to do forensic image and checking the whether there is no tampering occur. So that's why whenever a case has been gone into court and the case opens, then first of all they will check about what technology you have used, what technique you have used in creating a forensic image. Okay, so let's say a Lenovo PC you have created an image on 1st June, and the let's say for forensic image hash value, I'm just giving an example of this. This comes out to be this. It's alphanumeric. It's a string is fixed to 40 character string, 64 character string. I'm just giving an example. Okay, but same Lenovo PC, when you try to image on 2nd June, then hash value comes out to be, let's say, this. So these are not matched. It means somebody has done something with the computer. Okay, somebody has changed some data into computer, or somebody logged in into the PC so that an entry has been updated. So whenever you're logged in your PC, some files related with operating system got modified, got altered. So whenever a file got altered, then the hash value of the complete computer is got changed. Okay, so that's why keeping hash values is of great importance in forensic image. It's a part of documentation. Okay, so let me show you a form. Whenever if you are working as a forensic examiner, then exhibit comes into your lab. Then whatever you do what you have to mention some fields, some case numbers. Okay, the state of computer, which is very important, the state of mobile phone. Okay, so what state does it have? Whether it is damaged, it is switched on, it is logged, unlogged, what is the logged in password? Okay, and whether it is isolated from network or not. Okay, so this is the evidence collection form, and you have to put all the fields, and then you have to do start photographing and photograph the thing, the exhibit, and then you do forensic imaging. So all the documents involved in the complete process, including the conclusion report, all the documents, the chain of documents is called chain of custody, or called COC. Okay, so it's a collection of documents that involves from the very beginning to end, that comprises, that contains the story of the exhibit, what happened, how it has been seized, who is the person who do examination of that exhibit, and who is the owner of that exhibit, and then what process has been done on the forensic image, what time has the forensic image has been created, in what circumstances, all the scenario involved in the complete process is called chain of custody. Okay, and so without this chain of custody, if you perform any step in forensic image, forensic acquisition, in forensic investigation, is of no value. It is discarded by the author or by the authorized person or by your upper management. Okay. Now the challenge is how the data has been hid. Some geek, some computer person who have good knowledge of data, they can hide the data into your PC without knowing you, and the operating system does not know about that file. Okay, so let me give you an example of a file. So here is a Slack space, what do you say, terminology. Let me show you from desktop. Let me give example of this properties. Okay. So this is a file, which is a PDF file, and it has two sizes. One size is this, and one size is this. Can you tell me why there are coming two sizes? Any guesses? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hmm. Okay. So let's say you have a storage device connected to your PC, and external या फिर secondary storage device, and you, first of all, before using it, you have to do formatting. So this is the file system which you're going to use, and unit allocation size. Okay, 4096 bytes. Okay, so roughly this comes how about to 4 kilobyte, right? 4096 bytes, 4 kilobyte. Okay, so let's say 4 kilobyte is your unit size. So the least value in which a data can be stored is called sector. and one sector is of 512 bytes. Okay. So whenever you format your complete storage, let's say you are using 4 KB unit allocation size. So if you are saving a file of 2 kilobyte, this is unit allocation size. So let's say your file size is 2 KB. Then computer takes 4 KB complete unit to store for 2 kilobyte of size. Let's say this is a document. It's a notepad file. Okay. So the physical size, it means the complete size that attained by the file into your computer is 4 kilobyte, and the actual content size is 2 kilobyte, and the difference of it is called slack space. Okay. So this is complete physical size, and this is the actual content size. So this is the leftover region is called slack space. And from this space, forensic investigators dig out the data and extract out the deleted data, formatted data, or hidden malware scripts is embedded into this thing. Because if any malware script is takes the place of the actual content size, then that scans into operating system by antiviruses, by EDRs, okay, and then they would report into a system. But in order to hide itself into operating system and do the malicious activity, then they have to be present in the system without knowing the operating system. So this is the best place to keep the files hidden by the user, by the computer. So we are going to study these kind of things in DF, and all the, we also learn about steganography and how to extract out the carved data. So let me show you quickly because our time is almost up. And this is, you can see over here, a forensic duplicator for cloning, for imaging of hard drives, for SSDs, and to extract out the mobile data also. There are specialized softwares involved, hardwares involved to take out the deleted data of WhatsApp, of Instagram, Telegram, your file system data, gallery data, photos, videos from your mobile phone. So this is isolation bags. You can see this is radio frequency isolation bags. You put mobile phone into these bags and no interference can come into your mobile phone, and so you can maintain the integrity of the file. So we are going to study also the RAM capture, how to extract the RAM data from Magnet using Magnet tools. Magnet is one of the American-based company. They have a headquartered in Canada. We are going to study this tool also, how to capture the RAM data, and then do furthermore. This is 3 different types of data your mobile phone have. We are going to study these kind of things. Okay. So whatever you see in your screen or mobile phone is logical data. And if you want to use some hidden data by using some file managers, then this is called file system data. And whatever you delete your data from the mobile phone and you're not able to access that data, then that data is gone into an allocated region of your storage device. Then that data goes into physical block, and therefore that data is called physical data. And the main motive of mobile forensics is to extract out the physical data so that all the related files comes into place. We are going to study all these things. This is the forensic imaging I'm talking about. So whatever data you have, whatever free space you have, whatever unallocated space you have, all the things has been created into one single file, and it is called forensic image. In cloning, all the bits, all the entries in your hard disk is cloned as it is into different hard drive. So there are a lot of things need to discuss. This is just an overview of this, and this is one of the feature I'm going to show you in your investigation modules. See, you can actually extract out the history of USB devices, how many USB devices, by what model, what serial number, including the date of last connection or first connection, you can extract out from your device, from your computer, or it is stored in your hard drive when you do forensic imaging, you can extract out in forensic analysis. So a lot of things is going to happen in your journey with Cyphervector intelligence. So from my end, lots of good luck to you guys, and lots of we are going to aid you, we are going to support you, whatever queries you have, and if you have any queries, you can ask me, and we are open to discussion. So if you have any queries, any doubts related with anything, you can ask. I'm going to stop my screen sharing now.
How to convert encrypted data in actual data?
How you convert encrypted data into actual data?
Yes.
Okay, so you need a private key, a credentials, so that you can convert your encrypted data into actual data.
Private key.
Yeah, you need credentials or private key.
Yeah. Eh, If you show the so many encrypted data that is come with a 0 and FF, okay, and it will convert in when it will convert in actual data. There is no any space for that.
I'm not getting the question.
मैं पूछ रहा हूँ सर ये जो क्वेरी बना हुआ था FF का और 00 का
Yes, yes, yes.
ये डेटा को हम कन्वर्ट करेंगे एक्चुअल डेटा विद द क्रेडेंशियल की से पब्लिक की से उसके बाद उसमें क्या दिखेगा एक्चुअल डेटा में
Okay, the screen which I showed you, you are asking FFF and 00.
यस
Okay, so first of all, there is no encryption is involved in that thing. Okay, let me show you my screen again. And okay, so the file structure, the healthy file structure, the healthy file structure has non-zeros with zeros. Okay, so non-zeros means it is the data,
ओके
and the zeros means it's not data. So whenever you encrypt or whenever you compress your data, both are two different things. There is nothing about encryption over here, and I have not discussed the encryption thing over here. It just the file structure goes in that way. Okay, but nowadays new gen SSDs and HDDs, they have pre-formatted factory FF. So whenever you buy a new gen SSD, new gen hard disk, they have FFF in their structure. So whenever you start is using your computer, your hard disk, storing the data, then those FF gone. Okay, and this will comes into FF place. Okay, so there is nothing about encryption into that thing. Okay.
ओके
So actually, I wanted to ask about the hash values. Like you mentioned that hash values are completely encrypted and they can't be we can't extract data from that. So can we assume that hash values are completely safe?
Yeah, good question, Himanshi. Okay. Yeah, hash value are completely safe. So before like 15 years back, we have MD5, then we have SHA1, and then SHA2. But why do we need a newer hash value algorithms when we have the existing ones? Because in MD5, not practically, but theoretically, some reverse engineers reversed the hash value. Means they have reversed the MD5 hash value and create out the data, which contradicts the principle behind the hash value, because hash value is not reversible. But somehow they have done some reverse engineering on MD5 data, and they construct the original data from that hash value theoretically, and they have released a white paper also in American journals. If you Google it, you will come to know, but not practically. Okay, so you can say not MD5, but SHA1, SHA2 is completely safe.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, my question is what actually is stored in Slack space?
Okay, there is okay. So this is a part of discussion is in one of your modules, but I can summarize it. If you have an actual file size of, let's say, 4 kilobyte and unit allocation size, file system, operating system gives you an area that you have to store a file which is lesser than 4 KB. And you can store if your file size is lesser than 4 KB, then I will giving you 4 KB unit allocation size. Okay, so if the complete 4 KB is empty, then you can store your data 2 KB, and the leftover region 2 KB is the Slack space, let's say, in general. But what happened? You delete your data in your PCs. Older data you delete, or non-usable data you delete, or the files which are not required in future you delete. But whenever you delete your data, its entry only get updated. Let's say a notebook has a first page of index page, and later pages are content pages. So in file system, in operating system, what actually happens, the index entry is just got updated. The content remain as it is. Okay, so operating system comes to know that that pages are empty because they scans the index only, not the content. Okay, so whenever you delete let's say 2 MB file, and then you store a new file of 1 MB, then the leftover 1 MB, they have the data of previous file. Okay, so that Slack space gives you the data of 1 MB of the previous file. Got it?
Yes. Thank you.
Any
Sir,
more
I have
query?
one doubt, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
sir, when you giving our login credentials, sir, like passwords, if both two accounts have the same password, means how will open our account only, sir? When you enter our password, like 2 accounts have same password, means like a welcome 123 and welcome 123. When you log in our website, like giving username and password, how will we open only our correct account, sir?
Okay. So in general, if I talk about the password thing, the login thing, Windows 8.0, it comes into market like 15 years back, I think 15, 16 years back. So whenever you log in your system, plain text passwords is stored into Windows registry. Okay, plain text passwords till Windows 8. When on Windows 8 has been got upgraded, then the hash values, whenever you initialize your account, okay, like user account in your PCs or on your websites, the new age technologies, they have a hash value stored. So whenever you put your credentials into your PCs, login PCs or login credentials, the hash value got match. Okay, and then you got the access. If it is not matched, it is not accessible. So this is
like no, sir. Like welcome 123, my password. Another password is welcome 123. Then my welcome 123 hash is different, and another welcome 123 hash is different, sir.
You're talking in which context? Windows login or website login?
Website logins, like.
Oh, website login, it is completely different because a new entity for each user has been maintained. Okay, a new file has been created for each and every user. For unique user, they have a unique password. If 2 passwords are same for different users, then definitely they are different. They are not same.
Okay, hash is different.
Hash is all if the files are different, then hash is definitely different.
Okay, sure.
Samir,
Okay, thank you, sir.
Samir, these things I'm gonna show you, okay? You mean it's a collision, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about password collision.
Correct. So it's happened in the MD4, right?
Okay.
Well, I will cover this in our ethical hacking classes, so don't worry for it.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone other question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, apart this finding the hash value of the file or image, there is any other techniques to find it is malware, to find a malware. Apart the hash finding the isolation technique, there is any other technique to find it is a
Means there are
uh,
different there are different methodologies that involve. See,
yes, sir.
some malwares are embedded and hidden in encoded form in files. So at some point of time you have to put your manual intelligence. Some
Yes, sir.
some files can be detected out by signatures. Some file can be detected out by the content behavior. But some files are so much encoded that they cannot be scanned. They cannot be detected. So you have to put your manual intelligence into it. So that's what how you analyze the zero-day attacks, because whenever a malware is spread out in your systems or any malicious scripts is spread on the system, if it is 0-day, then no softwares, no scanning software comes to know the presence or existence of that script. So sometimes you have to do manual intelligence on that thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So I think we conclude today's session. So tomorrow onwards, you're going to have different modules, and Akash from my team will discuss things with you onwards. Thank you everyone.
And thank you so much for this wonderful session, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope
Okay,
everyone
guys.
have enjoyed.
Yeah. Okay, I'm logging off. Thank you everyone.
Okay, sir. So सभी को समझ में आया कुछ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I hope everyone
Yes,
get to
sir.
know what the purpose of this session, right? This orientation session.
Yes.
ठीक है, तो देखो हमारा सॉरी टू से इन हिंदी, ठीक है, हमारा पर्पस ये नहीं है कि आपसे जो भी हम लाइक आप कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूट्स वगैरह ज्वाइन करोगे, ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे आपको ये इस लाइक इतनी क्वालिटी नहीं मिलेगी कभी भी। तो यहाँ पे जो भी आपको ट्रेनिंग या जो भी आपको सेशन प्रोवाइड करेंगे वो सारे एक्सपर्ट्स हैं।
ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we will meet tomorrow, okay? And hopefully I can arrange a board here, ठीक है, जब आपको मैं दिखा सकूँ यहाँ पे, because in the laptop I am facing an issue to explain the things, ठीक है, तो सभी को I think face भी देखना है, फिर मिलते हैं हम कल।
Yes, sir.
Okay then, bye bye everyone.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Bye, sir.
Bye bye. Bye bye.